Alright guys, so today, in this particular part of the video, we're going to be going some lower body stretching. If you have knee pain, hip pain, or even some back pain, I would definitely do these particular stretches in this exact order, alright? So that way you can alleviate some of the pain. Alright, now we're going to start from the calves to the hamstrings, glutes and then quads. Alright? Yes, perfect. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. There's a method to my madness, alright? Because why you say that we have to stretch calves out first? Well, it's hard to get the hamstrings to stretch to their full capacity if the calves are not stretched out first. So the very first thing we're going to do is you're going to be on this nice little mat here, alright, and we're going to get in a half kneeling position. Alright, so half kneeling position, we're on the mat. Alright, first, okay, cool. So if you can do this barefoot, it would be great. The reason why is because your feet will send signals to the rest of your body. It's like a neurological response, right? So it's basically so your body can communicate a little easier with what's going on with it. It doesn't have to be, but it makes it nice. Alright? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch out the soleus, the ankle muscles, the Achilles, and all that good stuff. You can't really stretch out your Achilles, you get what I'm saying. So anyway, how you do that is you're going to drive your knee over your toe without letting your hip come up. So I, myself, do not have the best ankle mobility. So this is one's for me. And so when you're doing this though, you want to drive the knee in different spots. So you want to go knee over the toe, inward, knee over the toe, straight forward, knee over the toe, out, and you'll feel it in different parts of your ankle when you do that. But the whole time, what you're trying to do is just keep the heel on the floor as best as possible. If you have access to a kettlebell, you actually put a kettlebell or a weight on your knee as you do it. Alright? So the goal is to be able to get the knee over the toe without losing your balance. You know? So that's one, right? So then we have, that's going to be for your soleus. And then we need one for the gastroc, right? Which is the big guy, the calves. So I'm going to show you sideways, right? Because I think that's the best thing. Alright, you're going to keep both hands flat on the ground, but because my arm is messed up, I'll be doing it with one hand with my finger and the other one flat on the ground, alright? But you're going to create mountain butt two cheeks. When you do this, I want you to drive your heel towards the ground. It's going to look like this. And every time you try to get a little further, as you can see, my calves are also very tight. So with that particular one, you want to do each of these about 10 times. You go to hold for 2 seconds, come back up. Hold for 2 seconds, come back up. Hold for 2 seconds, come back up. And so on and so forth. So that was for your soleus and then for your gastroc or the calf muscles, right? And then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to head on to your hamstrings. Now with the hamstring, I would advise to get a strap, a band, or a towel. All those things work very well. Alright, so the very first one is you're going to take the leg, keep it very straight, and just go straight back. Okay, now what you're going to do is as soon as you feel that stretch in the hamstring, you go back down, come right back up, all right, and try to imagine that the foot is trying to touch your shoulder, all right, straight back. About 8 times, hold for 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then come back down, all right? Now, the next one I want you to do, the same thing, but this time I want you to aim the foot towards the midline of the chest. Now, you can hold your leg straight, or you hold the head like this. I particularly like bending my leg because I feel like I have more control over my hips and where my hips are going. It's easier for me to stretch. Now, from there, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to slightly rotate your legs, or probably your feet this way, just slightly, and then continue in that same motion. And each time that you do this and you're moving the leg to a different spot, you're going to feel a different spot in your hamstring stretch. And again, you come back out, hold for 2 seconds, and come back down. All right, that one's also going to be a leg. So far we've done that covers hamstring, calves, and soleus. So next one is going to be with your glutes. Okay, so with your glutes, it's really simple. We have several ones, but we're just going to cross the legs like so, right? Yeah. Cross the legs like so. Lay back down, right? Grab here and pull. Hold it for 2 seconds and then pull again. Let go and then pull. Let go and then pull. Every time you do it, you're trying to get at least 2 more seconds of like a deeper stretch, right? So every time you do it, you try to get a little deeper, all right? The next one that we're going to do is called a pigeon stretch, right? So similar to what we just did, but it's going to be sitting up, basically. And you are trying to stretch out now directly the piriformis. So, since I'm sticking to the left leg, all right, what I'm going to do is take the left leg and make it perpendicular to me, like so. I'll put my elbow down. I'm going to grab my foot like this and just take my other leg and go straight back as far as possible. Now you can hold yourself up this way. Some people like to relax into it and come back down. You should just stretch, on the right leg behind your butt. Alright? So that would give you some glute stretches. The next one is one of my favorite stretches. If you're ever stretching me in person, you know at one point we've done this. We're going to do the couch stretch. And I have some tips and some realizations for the couch stretch. Now the couch stretch has several different levels. Alright, so you're going to be putting your foot on the wall. Alright, this is couch stretch level 1. So you put your feet like this. And then you come up. And you should do a stretch all along down the leg. Alright, that's going to be for your quads. You come this way, and that'll be for your hips. So you can actually go back and forth on each one. Okay, that's couch stretch level 1. Level 2 is taking the back of your foot and putting it on the wall like so. Alright. And then coming up All right, that was a little deeper. That actually will stretch your tibialis, your quad, and your hip at the same time. Want to put a little more extra stress on this, put your arms up, and then hold, again for 2 seconds, come back down, hold again, and go back and forth like that for about 8 times per leg. Okay, so that would be the lower body portion of your stretching. Obviously, I only did one leg. We want to probably do both legs. I hope this helps, and we will continue with another video for upper body and abs.